The global sensation has been spotted spending extended time in the United States recently, and the internet is buzzing with one burning question. Is Jungkook just taking a break, or secretly preparing something massive behind the scenes? Fans around the world want answers. Because even though HYB has not confirmed a new project, all signs are pointing to something brewing. SOY is Jungkook in America. And why now? The golden echo returns. Why America can't stop talking about Jungkook. It all started again when Jungkook's solo songs from Golden, especially 7 and Standing Next to You, unexpectedly re-entered trending charts across the US. Radio hosts played his music. TikTok trends revived old edits. YouTube flooded with reaction videos. But here's where things get even more curious. At the exact same time, Jungkook was seen in Los Angeles. And not just passing by for a quick shoot or schedule. Sources say he's staying for several weeks. Maybe more. This isn't permanent. But it's not random either. Why is Jungkook in the US? And what is he doing? HYB has confirmed nothing, but industry insiders have hinted that Jungkook is using this temporary stay in America for creative purposes. Some say he's meeting producers, others believe he's attending private training and vocal sessions, and a few whisper it's concert planning. Imagine that. A return to the US stage. But this time, not as part of BTS, but as Jungkook, the solo artist who conquered the world with just one album. Could this temporary stay be the first step towards something more? Not just a break, but a strategic pause. Sure, idols travel all the time. But Jungkook's current US stay doesn't look like a casual vacation. Why? Because he's been in multiple industry hotspots. LA, New York, even Nashville. Korean and US producers have been unusually quiet online, exactly when big collaborations are often being made. And most telling of all, fans have noticed he's not rushing back. That's not a coincidence. That's intention, one entertainment journalist wrote. This doesn't feel like a vacation. This feels like an artist stepping away from the noise to focus and build something that's coming soon. Fans react. He's finding his own space. Across social platforms, armies have been emotional and incredibly supportive. Even if it's just temporary, I hope Jungkook finds peace and inspiration there. I miss him in Korea, but seeing him glow in America makes me excited for what's next. And that's the energy right now. A blend of missing him, but also trusting that this journey means something powerful is on the way. Because no matter where Jungkook goes, his artistry follows. Could a surprise concert be on the horizon? The timing is suspicious. Concert venues in major US cities have begun blocking off certain dates, without saying why. Fans with a sharp eye believe HYB is already reserving stages for something Jungkook related this fall. It wouldn't be a stretch. After the global success of Golden, America has practically begged for a solo tour. And now that Jungkook is temporarily staying in the States, why else would he be here this long? He may not be settling down permanently, but he's clearly planning something that will shake the industry once again. He's in America. That much is clear. But what exactly is Jungkook doing while temporarily staying in the United States? And why is everything so quiet? This isn't just another idol visiting abroad. No flash paparazzi. No public schedules. Instead, Jungkook has been moving silently and intentionally. And that's what makes this story even more captivating. Army knows. When Jungkook disappears from headlines, it's never because he's idle. It's because he's preparing something extraordinary. And now, subtle signs are beginning to appear. Hints of what he's building during his mysterious stay in America, the secret studio sessions. Rumors begin to rise. Sources close to the music industry have confirmed unusual activity in a private recording studio in Los Angeles. The same place where Jungkook worked with global producers in the past. Multiple black vans, tight security, and high-profile guests spotted late at night. Everything about it screams confidential project. And no other artist has been confirmed to be working there except Jungkook. And then came the leaks. A now-deleted fan post on X claimed they overheard one of the engineers mentioning, JK's new vocal takes are insane. Another source on Reddit posted cryptic audio files with no clear vocals, just backing tracks that sounded hauntingly similar to the tone of Golden. Is he recording again? Or is this the early rehearsal for something much, much bigger? A different Jungkook. Calm, private, and purposeful. This temporary stay feels unlike anything we've seen before from Jungkook. He's not attending celebrity events. He's not posting constantly. He's not drawing attention. Instead, locals in California describe him as quiet but focused when spotted at cafes or walking near the beach. Often wearing oversized hoodies, headphones, and a low cap, he looked deep in thought, one fan wrote after accidentally bumping into him. Not sad, just peaceful. Like he's working on something meaningful. And fans have noticed something else. His aura has shifted. It's not just the glamorous idol we knew from award shows. This Jungkook feels more grounded, more grown-up, more intentional. He's not here to impress. He's here to create. The timing feels too perfect to be coincidence. Let's not forget the larger context. And what better way to reintroduce himself to the world than by crafting a solo journey from the very place that first embraced his artistry on a global scale. America didn't just stream Golden. It lived it. Radio stations pushed it. Talk shows invited him. Billboards celebrated him. Now he's back, not as a guest, but as an artist preparing to make his mark again. Could this be the build-up to something live? The rumors are snowballing. Touring professionals in New York and LA have been quietly updating websites to reflect possible bookings in late fall. And while no names are attached, fans can't ignore the timing. Jungkook in America. Concert rumors. Studios lighting up again. It's starting to feel less like coincidence and more like a quiet rollout, a whisper before the storm. Because when Jungkook finally breaks his silence, and he always does, it won't be small. It'll be massive, and fans will remember that it all began with this temporary stay. This peaceful, private pause in America where a superstar, once again, began to reinvent himself. In the world of K-pop, silence often means more than noise. And right now, Jungkook's silence in America is the loudest sound ARMY can hear. Weeks have passed since his quiet arrival. No flashy media interviews. No official updates. Yet the atmosphere online is electric, because while nothing has been confirmed, everything feels inevitable. The questions are growing louder. Is Jungkook building toward his next era? Or is he simply taking time to reconnect with himself, away from the spotlight he's owned for over a decade? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: he's never been more mysterious or more captivating. From global stage to personal space, a side of Jungkook we rarely see. Fans have always seen the performer, the golden magne, the center of the spotlight. But in America, we're witnessing something different. This isn't Jungkook the idol. This is Jungkook the individual, and perhaps that's exactly what he needs right now. Multiple fans in California have shared brief, respectful encounters with him, none of them involving cameras or fanfare. Just quiet moments in bookstores, cozy coffee shops, or on early morning walks. He looked peaceful, one fan said. Not in hiding, just living. It's rare to see a global icon slow down, breathe, and exist like a regular person. But that's what makes this moment so precious. It's not just a break. It's a reconnection, the emotional side, what it means to be away from Korea, even temporarily. While fans in America are ecstatic, many in South Korea have expressed a bittersweet feeling. I know he's not gone forever, one Korean ARMY wrote online, but knowing Jungkook is waking up somewhere so far from Seoul every day, it just feels strange. And that emotion runs deep. Jungkook has always been rooted in BTS's homeland. From debut stages in Seoul to emotional award speeches, his bond with Korea is unshakable. That's why this temporary stay in the US feels so significant. He's not leaving, but he's stepping outside the familiar. Sometimes, to grow, even the brightest stars need distance. Fan theories. What is Jungkook really planning? Online, ARMY is piecing the puzzle together. A well-known American choreographer recently posted a blurred photo of someone with Jungkook's build and tattoos. A mysterious producer account liked a 2023 Jungkook performance clip, then deleted it. A staff member from a major stadium on the East Coast posted a cryptic story. "You guys are not ready for what's coming." Fans are connecting the dots. And the theory gaining the most traction? Jungkook is rehearsing and producing a secret solo show experience. Something small, intimate, and powerful. Unlike any arena tour before, IT fits perfectly with his recent pattern. Private studio time, emotional reflection, and quiet preparation. Could we be heading toward a one-night-only surprise performance in America? Or maybe a secret album drop? Or something even more personal like a docu-series filmed during this time? No one knows. And yet, everyone feels it. Why the world is watching, let's not forget. Jungkook isn't just a K-pop artist anymore. He's a global force. His every move is analyzed in real time by media outlets, brand marketers, and music executives across continents. His temporary stay in America has already caused speculation in business circles, not just among fans. A recent headline from an American entertainment outlet read, "Jungkook's stay in the US could shift the industry." Again, that's the level he's operating on now, and yet, despite the pressure, despite the noise, he remains silent. Because perhaps this is the calm before something unforgettable, the kind of moment that defines an artist for years to come. If silence is power, then Jungkook is commanding the global stage without saying a word. But what if others are speaking for him? Because while Jungkook remains quiet during his temporary stay in America, some of the most respected names in the US music industry have started dropping clues, tiny fragments that fans are now rushing to collect. And together, these fragments form a startling picture. Jungkook might not be working alone. He may already be surrounded by the creative minds behind his next masterpiece. But who are they, and why are they suddenly so visible? The internet erupts, spotting the hidden collaborators. It started with one Instagram story. A well-known vocal producer who previously worked with artists like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande posted a blurred photo, caption only, creating magic with a true global icon. At first, it seemed vague, until eagle-eyed fans notice something very familiar in the image, a tattooed hand resting on a mixing desk. The exact placement of ink matched Jungkook's. Soon after, an audio engineer posted a story with the hashtag Midnight Sessions. Again, no names mentioned. But in the background of the photo, a mic stand, a cup of banana milk, and a pair of black Timberlands. Coincidence? ARMY thinks not. Then came the most telling sign of all. A backup dancer for a top LA-based choreography company posted a TikTok dancing to Standing Next to You. The caption, prepping for something golden, and again, dizzy black heart. The word golden. Deliberate. Powerful. Familiar. The clues are multiplying. And now, everyone's asking, is a second wave of Jungkook's solo era quietly being built right under our noses? What kind of project could this be? If these collaborations are real, and the industry signals suggest they are, what could Jungkook be working on? Fans have floated several theories, each more compelling than the last. A deluxe version of Golden with new tracks, remixes, and collaborations with Western artists. A surprise mini-album, crafted entirely in the US, designed for a more R&B / alternative audience, a short film or documentary chronicling his time in America, creative growth, and emotional transformation. Or the biggest one of all, a secret live performance event, filmed in an intimate venue and streamed to global audiences. Any of these could change the direction of Jungkook's career forever. And that's exactly why the world is watching so closely. Because he's not just an idol anymore. He's a creative director, a vocalist, a visionary, making global moves from the shadows. How BTS members are reacting even though Jungkook is physically far from home. The connection with BTS hasn't faded. It's only deepened. Jin recently mentioned in a Weverse Live that he'd heard what JK's working on and teased, "You're all going to cry when you find out." Jimin, in a short interview, smiled when asked about Jungkook in America and said, "He always surprises us. Even we don't know how big his ideas are until they happen." And Taeyong? He simply reposted a fan edit of Jungkook performing Still With You on his Instagram story with a purple heart. These subtle signs from the members are emotional reminders. Even from across the ocean, they're cheering him on, proudly and quietly. And fans? They're feeling that love, too. This isn't just a trip. It's a turning point. Jungkook's temporary stay in America is no longer just a mystery. It's a story unfolding before our eyes. A story of reinvention, of hidden sessions, of whispered collaborations and silent growth. He may not be saying anything, but the world is listening closely, and as every clue surfaces, from a tattooed hand in a blurry photo to a pair of boots by a studio door, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Jungkook is preparing for something massive. And this moment in America is the calm before his next global explosion. Yet from Seoul to Los Angeles, from Jakarta to London, one name keeps rising across every trending chart, every conversation, every fan forum. Jungkook. And not because he said anything, but because for the first time since his debut, he's doing something even more powerful. He's letting his silence and presence speak louder than words. His temporary stay in America has become more than just a break. It's a symbol, a pause before a possible reinvention. And now, the entire world is holding its breath. Global impact. Jungkook's presence is shifting the industry. Again, it started as whispers, then became waves. Now it's a cultural tremor. Since Jungkook began quietly residing in the US, major Western media outlets have reignited their coverage of K-pop, not in a broad sense, but centered around one person. His fashion brands in New York and LA are reportedly offering ambassador contracts with creative freedom, unheard of for most artists. Music streaming platforms have curated fresh playlists titled JK Vibes, The Golden Hour Returns, and Made in Seoul, Dreaming in LA. Even Billboard analysts have noted a strange uptick in Western producers suddenly referencing K-pop sounds, with a twist of R&B, alternative soul, and live instrumentation. Coincidence? Fans think not. Whatever Jungkook's doing over there, one critic tweeted, is already rewriting the next chapter of global music before it's even begun. Armies around the world. Hope, emotion, and readiness from Indonesia to Brazil. Millions of armies are uniting with one shared emotion, a quiet, emotional readiness, because while Jungkook may be far from home, his impact has never been closer. We don't need posters or dates, one fan wrote. We feel it. Something is coming. Across TikTok, emotional fan videos are resurfacing, from his early teenage debut to his golden solo stardom, and now to this quiet, purposeful chapter in America. Many fans describe this moment as watching a phoenix quietly gather its flames. They know it's coming, they don't know when, but they're ready for the moment the silence breaks, and history shifts, again, emotional weight. What this means for Jungkook himself while fans worldwide are captivated by what might come, there's a more personal layer few talk about enough. This time in America might not just be about music. It might be about healing. Jungkook, who has carried the weight of global fame since he was 15, is finally moving at his own pace, on his own terms, and for perhaps the first time, he is building something without the rush, without the noise, without the pressure to explain and the calm of unfamiliar cities. In early morning walks, in hidden studio hours, he's rediscovering not just his voice, but his why. And for fans, knowing he's safe, focused, and quietly glowing, that alone is enough. Because when he's ready, he'll tell his story, and his voice. In his song, on his stage, the countdown without a clock. It's a strange thing, really, to wait for something without knowing when or how it will arrive. But that's exactly what this chapter has become, a countdown with no clock, a comeback with no trailer, a quiet before a wave the world cannot yet see, but somehow everyone can feel, whether it's a surprise album, a secret stage, a film, or something no one can even imagine. One truth rings louder than ever. Jungkook is not done. He's just getting started. And this temporary stay in America, It may go down in history as the moment he decided to take the world, not by storm, but by silence before the thunder.